What's going on, everybody? It's the Mike and Rich podcast.
Yo, yo, what's happening? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
How are you today?
Good, good, man. Holiday season is coming
I
along.
know, coming off a nice 4-day weekend. Got to spend some time with the fam, eat a bunch of
Yeah,
turkey.
that's right.
It was delicious.
It was cool. It was cool. Yeah, we actually got our first snow the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was very light. Let's keep it that way. So,
I got a buddy in Michigan. He was taking pictures of outside today, and it's covered everywhere already. So, oh man, it's coming! It's coming.
that's crazy.
Takes a little longer down here in Georgia, but it'll get there.
Yeah, sure.
So what we got? We got all right, so yeah, today's November 28th. So last couple days of the month here, going in strong, going into December. December's huge in retail, obviously. It's huge
Yeah,
in TV, it's huge in movies. December is just money grab.
booming.
It's money grab season, man.
It's a cash grab. That's right. That's right. But the one main thing we always like to start off with is cut it up with Chucky.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about Chucky this week, man. It was a good episode. I really, really
Yes.
enjoyed it, actually.
Oh man, it was so awesome. There's so many things in this episode. Like people who aren't watching Chucky, you need to get on the ball. You need to start watching this show.
Yeah.
Even if you're watching us and you're hearing some of these things, like hopefully it'll just pique your interest so you'll watch the show because it is amazing. Don Mancini is killing it.
Killing it.
I mean,
Killing it, killing it.
this is like I feel like his dream, to like have longer than a 2-hour movie to be able to tell the story. And Chucky is such like a cool character, and now we're seeing a little bit more to what Chucky can do.
Oh yeah.
And
Past and
I
present.
mean, yeah, which is crazy. And the past stuff is really cool because it's all new information we've never got before. We didn't know anything really about his past other than he was a serial killer. Like he was
on the run. He was on the run.
Yeah.
He lived in that crappy house.
Yes, and the voodoo stuff.
And the voodoo.
That was
stuff.
all. That's all we really knew
Pretty
about
much.
Charles Lee Ray. So it's really cool to see all this little stuff. It's cool that Fiona's jumping in there and she's playing her dad, which is pretty neat how they're doing it. I know we talked about the voice thing a little while ago. They're getting better at it. I feel.
Yeah, I feel.
But it's just Tiff. It's just Tiffany. The actress who's playing her. But other than that, man, there was like so many little like Easter eggs or like hat tips or callbacks, whatever you want to call it. Like so many this episode.
Yeah,
so
we're
gonna
them
get
out,
into
man.
Yeah.
I feel like they've been kind of in every episode, but
Yes.
now they're to the point where we were talking about it last week. It's almost probably the end of the season, so they're gonna start throwing all kinds of crazy stuff in there.
I think we only got one episode left. I
Think so, huh? Think the next one's the last one?
I think the next one's the last one. Yeah. And they keep pumping it up on Instagram on Chucky is Real is like the official site.
Cool.
So you can check that out. So the first thing in this episode that I noticed, and I watched it a few times. So
right, let's hear it. I watched it yesterday for the second time.
So there was a lot of different little tiny things. So the first one was apartment 237. So that's where Chucky and Tiffany were. That was their apartment, and room 237 from The Shining. So it was like a little hat tip. Definitely Dom Mancini loves The Shining. I mean, even in the episode where the maid gets it, they show the pattern on the floor and it's the Shining pattern. So they had like a lot of hat tips to it.
Oh yeah.
Then we got to Jennifer Tilly, and Jennifer Tilly was giving up Chucky's favorite dish, which is Swedish meatballs.
Meatballs, bro.
So that's apparently like, that's like her specialty, and that's Chucky's favorite food. So,
yeah,
they had to throw that in there a little bit, and she was crazy with that stuff. Yeah, when she was talking to Junior, and he was like, I recognize you. And she was like, oh, you're a little young to see it bound, like definitely has some hardcore female action in that movie.
Yeah, but Jennifer Tilly, classic Jennifer Tilly, bro.
That's right. But I think my favorite like little Easter egg was when Junior finally snaps.
That's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
Oof. So Junior finally snaps, and Junior kills his dad, but he doesn't kill his dad with a knife or push him down the stairs, like, you know, everybody else in this, you know, like an accident. He beat him to death with the Chucky doll.
With the Chucky doll.
And I knew that the scene looked familiar, and it's definitely, you know, like a little hat tip to the movie Magic from Anthony Hopkins, back in the day when he was like a ventriloquist. It's a pretty cool movie if you haven't seen it. It's an old like thriller. It's a little slow at first, but it's definitely like creepy. And he's,
Nice.
Anthony Hopkins. He's
hey,
a great
Anthony
actor,
Hopkins, you know, it's definitely worth the watch.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. I think it was like in the 70s, 78, 79, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a good one. Then we had Chucky spinning his head. That was pretty cool. That was definitely from like The Exorcist.
Oh yeah, Exorcist
you know?
style, bro.
For sure. And then the talk to me thing when he was like shaking the doll when Jake was shaking him at the bus station, that's totally like a hit from Andy's mom.
Yeah.
You know, like from the first movie. So I mean, like there were so many little tiny things in this that really like, I don't know, it just shows me that like Don Mancini is always going to do these types of things, and he's always going to put like the things that he loves
of course,
in this Chucky world.
Absolutely.
And it makes it even cooler because then you know the type of things that he likes. Like, I mean, like they pull up Frankenstein. Frankenstein apparently is Don Mancini's like one of his like favorite movies.
Yeah,
so,
I was
like,
gonna say that whole press conference, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. Was just like, like what, you know? So
the press conference was crazy, man. Like, first off, I mean, Lexi's mom has got some balls for sure.
Like
people want to know about the town. They want to know about these murders. They want to know what's going on, and she's just trying to jump to the next event and get everybody.
Like she doesn't even care about them. You know what I'm saying? Like she doesn't care. You know, and there are people close to her. Like they're like, you know, her kids' friends and stuff like that. You know, people that are in the community. It's a small community that they're making it out to be. You know, and she's like just does not care. She's like a terrible woman.
Yeah, she's pretty hard, but she's definitely a good actress. And I mean, like, I feel like her, it's cool that's Lexi's actual, well, that's not her name, but you know, the actor is actual mother, you know, so that's even funnier, you know, like, and she's a great actress too, you know, like,
I like how the characters kind of flip-flopped, you know, because you had her being the bully in the beginning, you know, Junior being the one that's like, you know, track star or, you know, good grades and just has all this stuff together, and then they're kind of flipping the roles on everybody.
Flipping the roles, man.
You know, to accommodate for Chucky's chaos, you know?
I kind of felt like I kind of saw it coming a little bit. You see the frustration
too. We thought
building with him.
Yeah.
You know, so that was the big thing, that like it was really building with him because he was such an outsider. And, you know, Lexi was his girlfriend. That was like the one thing that, like, you know, Jake and, you know, everybody else didn't have. And now she's hanging out with Jake. Yeah. They got like this little Scooby gang going on fighting Chucky.
Without him.
You know, without him.
You know, and speaking it's crazy because Chucky used the same tactic that he used on every single one of them. You know, it's like not like he's trying anything new. He's just having that conversation with them where it's like, yeah, it's cool to kill people.
Yeah, well, I think what it was he needed an innocent to do a sacrifice. That's what I think it was, a blood sacrifice. Because when he did that, then you fast forward to Devin being tied up in Charles Lee Ray's old house, and you see those Chucky dolls start moving.
Yeah. So he's like putting the souls back into him or something. Like he's building an army.
He's building a Chucky army, man, which is like,
and I knew
so
that naked
cool.
thing was gonna happen. I was like, you watch, man. I was like, she's gonna stand up, and you're just gonna know. And it's just,
yeah. No, I knew. I mean, like, it's not like they're unfriendly things that are happening. You know, like we're seeing them, and like even though we know it's coming, you know, like we're still in anticipation, and it's still like satisfying to see it like come out.
And
you know, like I'm not mad.
Like a lot of TV shows and movies are doing that lately, to where it's like, you know, if I was happen to be like, I don't know why I'd be breaking and entering into an abandoned house, but if I was, and there just happens to be like a chick all tied up and I don't know if I want to let her go. I think I'm gonna just like, you know,
call the police
and just get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to have a conversation. Like, what if she's a bad guy and somebody called her? I don't know.
What if she's tied up for a reason? You don't know.
Maybe she's tied up for a good reason, you know?
Yeah.
But then there's, you know, maybe she's not. So I don't know why he just didn't dial 911 when he heard some chick like, you know, help me, and seen someone all tied up. I would have had him like already pressing one. Hold on, hun, hold on.
Well,
You
I
know?
think he wanted to prove something to himself. He was, missing on his mom and stuff like that. That was like the only person who like really understood him, and he didn't have a father, so like,
Well, he's playing
it's
detective. He's
yeah.
he's got to step it up because you got the teacher in lockdown. And
We know
the
she's innocent.
she's innocent, and the mayor's trying to throw away the key on her.
Yeah.
We already got our person. I'm not even worried about it. Like, and they know this lady. Like, it's messed up because they're so quick to throw her away, and like,
Yeah.
and their stupid stuff was like, all your fingerprints on all the stuff in school, and she's like, I work here. Like, what do you think?
Of course their fingerprints are there.
Of course. you
Oh
know.
man, these cops. I don't know.
But
They
it's
never
crazy they
really
didn't
had a good
even.
one.
Yeah, they didn't even mention her in this episode, so I imagine they'll probably end up going back. Besides the press conference or whatever.
Right.
So I'm sure they'll touch on that this next one.
I don't know. I mean, we
Or
know
they're just gonna lock her up for it.
I'm not sure. I mean, like we know that, Andy, he abandoned was Kyle, I think that's her name. He abandoned Kyle at the gas station because he loves her, like I don't know if it's like a brotherly love because they were like step brother and sister for a minute, or if it's like he like actually loves her, but
I think they're more
he
of a
didn't want to.
partnership
I think so
type
too.
vibe.
She's a little older than him,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know, but he goes off into the wind and he's going after Chucky. He's trying to help Jake out. He's trying to help these kids out.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling Andy's not going to make it. I mean, like I don't think Andy's ever fought this many Chuckies,
he didn't
man.
want her to. Yeah, he didn't want her to come because he's gonna have to kill somebody. He's gonna have to kill Nika, or at least try. He's gonna have to kill Tiff, or at least try. And I don't think she realizes that that's what's gonna have to happen.
Yeah, that's a lot of people and a lot of dolls to be killing. I mean, it's pretty crazy. So
he
I
didn't
mean,
look
the only
like
way
he
you're gonna
had enough bullets at all.
Yeah, no. The only way you're going to be able to get rid of that many Chuckies is if you burn them, burn the building down or something like that, and they all don't get out. But I mean, all you need is one to escape.
Yeah.
That's it, and then he could just do it again. I mean, I don't know. He must have robbed a lot of people to get all those Chucky dolls because they're pretty expensive.
Well, what's funny? So all right. So when Jake runs into the guy, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, I'll totally sell you this package that I already sold to somebody or somebody already bought," and it was like nothing. It was like $300. Like that was it. Like online, they were like 1,200, like 1,400. Like, what do you even mean?
I don't know, man. I mean, I guess he got it at a discounted price or something.
Yeah, and it was funny that it was actually on a live Chucky, and he like chilled.
Yeah. Yeah, and he wasn't like possessed, but then when he like got in the vicinity, it looks like he was already possessed. He was moving around.
Oh yeah.
So like I wonder how this really works, like just the Chucky dolls just need to be in the area, and they just automatically turn into Charles Lee Ray. Like this is nuts, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got some explaining to do for sure.
Yeah. For sure.
But it's getting good, all the characters are awesome, Jennifer Tilly's doing a great job in it, and she's gonna crush it this next one. Danica Chick's doing awesome. And then I want to see where they're gonna go with the him back in a day, because it's shown that he doesn't really care if Tiff is there or not. He's just gonna
no. He's never really been like the lovey-dovey type sentimental. It's never been like it's never been a thing like that for him. In all the movies that he's been in with Tiff, he's always screwed her over to do what he wants to do.
Infatuation with him, that's why she's always there.
So, well, we don't know what's going to happen, man. We have no idea.
So let me ask you, do you think that, since obviously she's been collecting these Chucky dolls, right? Do you think that he knows that she's there and she's around because they were like, who was that lady from the thing or whatever? So you think he actually knows and he's communicating with her and okay.
In a way, or it's just another Chucky doll, like there could have been multiple already in the town and we didn't know.
Okay.
So we have no idea how many there were originally, other than what they showed us, like the one at a time. So I don't know, man. I mean, it's tough. They're definitely going to have to do a lot of explaining. I feel like this is going to be like a super whirlwind of an episode for the next one.
Oh yeah.
Just because there's so much to unpack, especially if it's the season finale.
I was gonna say, especially if it is a season finale, or they
Yeah,
do like a lot of ones do it's a 2-part season finale, to where they'll
sure.
they'll take the really long one and just cut it in half, where
Hmm.
technically that second to last one is it too. So hey, you never know. We'll see.
Yeah, or they could, put us on a cliffhanger, which would stink. But I mean,
Well,
hey, to get another Chucky season,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. You know
I'll be
that you
super
know
happy
that
for
they're
that.
gonna set it up to where it's like there's just multiple possibilities after for whatever.
Yeah, I hope so. I do. I do. I mean, Don Mancini, I don't know if you're listening to this, but you're killing it, bro.
Crushing it,
Seriously. So great.
crushing it.
So great, man. Killer job. And that's cutting up with Chucky.
Chucky. All right, let's talk about Dexter, bro.
All right. Dexter. So Dexter is episode 3. What's this one called?
Episode 3. All right, so this one is called Smoke Signals.
Smoke signals.
Smoke Signals. So you got a whole. They're getting into Harrison. They're getting into him. And there's a lot of questions about him. He obviously joined the wrestling team because now he's gonna pit himself up against the popular kids. Is what he's
Yeah.
doing in school, which is crazy to me. That even Dexter, is just like going up to this town and he's known by everybody. What a way to fly under the radar and join the wrestling team and make a bunch of enemies with your schoolmates.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, he's trying to impress that girl, I
he's
feel,
trying to impress the girl.
and I feel like he's trying to impress his dad too, trying to
Yeah,
show him that he, is like a little bit more social than he is, because like he was already like when he first was like, oh, it's okay if you don't talk to them. He's like, "Psh, I'll go talk to that girl right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
like
He's like, nah. He's like, I don't need to hang out with you.
yeah,
Do your
Harrison's
thing.
got some game.
He's got some game, and he's obviously got some street smarts. Picking locks and stuff like that, and he does the Dexter chokehold. You
Yeah,
know,
that was awesome. That was so cool to see. It really was. I mean, what they were doing to that kid was messed up.
yeah,
Kids nowadays, that whole bullying thing. Like, it's one thing. Is like, well, it's not one thing, but bullying is wrong no matter what you do.
yeah,
But like back in the day, things were a little bit more. I don't know. Like, people really didn't care. And bullying was like just at school. Like you just saw that person at school, that was it. But like now it's like cyberbullying, and like no
yeah.
matter
Now
where
it's
you are,
everywhere, and
it's everywhere. And like Harrison really felt bad for this kid,
mm-hmm.
and because it seemed like they were going on for a long time with this. It was just like a joke that went way too far.
Yeah,
So he stops it, makes a new friend,
makes a new
and
friend.
who knows where that's gonna land. I mean, I don't know. He was drawing those pictures or whatever they showed for
I
the next
know. I
one.
seen that
Yeah.
too, and I was like, all right, well, where's that gonna go? Because now this kid's on board with like trying to like mess these guys up or kind of mess their lives up and stuff. Because now he's got a friend.
Yeah.
So
Now he's got a little confidence in him. So
got a little
who knows, man?
confidence.
I don't know. It's a little scary. It really is. But his dad, Clancy Brown, he's a little scarier.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely Clancy. We know it's
It's
him.
got to be, man. I was gonna say if it's not, it's just an uncanny resemblance in like the face they show or his eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know me and you were talking about it the other day, like all that, right? For the girl to escape and him to go
Oh yeah.
hunt her.
All that outfits, all the outfit,
The
the
outfit,
gunship,
the gun,
all that
the
stuff.
mask, and all that. He's gonna shoot her like
All the
7 feet
time.
away from the damn thing. Like he ain't even gonna
He
like.
barely let her get away.
And she's all doped up still and not wearing clothes and cold and hungry. I'm sure, like
High on strawberries and champagne.
I don't understand that whole concept of hunt prey type thing when it's like there's a clear cut
Yeah.
advantage.
He had like a scope and
He had a
everything.
scope, and he didn't even let her get like 10 feet away from the thing. He's just like, pow, right in
Yeah.
the back. But then it's
Yeah.
crazy because, he embalms him. Okay, so he's got to keep him or bury him somehow or some way. So,
I don't know. I don't think he's the only one in on it, man.
I don't think he's the only one in on it. I think they're like collecting these girls. I don't know who else would be in. Maybe
The rich guy.
the other obviously. That's why I don't think it's him because it's just too obvious because he's kind of a jerk, and like it just
Yeah.
would be.
Well, there's a lot to unpack this season, so like maybe it's just not like huge to the plot line, and that's why they're like, okay, it's a little obvious, but
Yeah,
we're gonna let it go. I
yeah I
mean,
think it's like a.
he seems like a creepy guy anyway, so like it is a little on the nose for that other rich guy to be automatically bad, but
Exactly.
I
And
don't know, man. I don't know.
now when he was talking, when Clancy was talking to the chief lady, um, she was like, "Oh well, next, tomorrow we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do the caves on the day after." And he was like,
Right,
"Oh, the
right.
caves that far," And then all of a sudden he changed his story about like, "Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
no, my son called, and I
Well,
talked
he
to
told
him."
Dexter that, yeah. He
And
just told Dexter that. So, like, yeah, you're right. He did say his son called. So, like, why?
yeah.
Why did he say that? What
Why
do
did
you
he
think?
say that? It's because like I feel like the dude's got some stuff in the caves. He's lived there. He owns a construction business. It just makes sense for him to have
That's
something
true.
somewhere. His trophies. Yeah,
He
that's
didn't want them
probably
to
what it
go there.
is. His trophies are probably the actual like girls. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, but there was that bear in there, though, man. Like, that
yeah,
bear
it
would be
doesn't
tearing
matter.
that meat up.
You would think, but I don't know. Maybe he's got a door on there. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah,
That's just my thing. Is I think that he's got something going on there, and that's why
sure.
he's trying to like get them to stop. Maybe he knows he's dead. Maybe he just
Maybe.
knows
I don't know. I mean, like, he's a killer as well. So, well, that we think.
that
We
we
don't
think. Yeah.
100% know. But I think it's going to be him. I mean, they always pick a big actor, and Clancy Brown's a big actor. I mean, that's Mr. Krabs,
Mr.
you
Krabs,
know,
bro.
but I think that this new with a journalist that came in,
Yes,
she's really gonna unfold some
I think
stuff.
so too. I think she's gonna start.
She's gonna find out who Dexter is.
She's
She's
gonna
gonna
find out who
recognize him or
Dexter is
something. Yeah.
for sure.
So
And it's all gonna come back. You know what, man? And we said this like what in the first episode. I would love for them to show Miami and show Batista, just
and
all them
Quinn,
people and
yeah,
Gwen, and just what they're doing, or show like what happens, after the aftermath of it. Like did they even talk about it? Like how are they? You know, I would love for
yeah.
that to happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that they're just gonna
Or
keep
Aster
it.
and Cody.
Or Astor and Cody. Which they're probably like what 30 now. you know. But
Probably.
the Harrison thing, you're gonna find out a lot more about him. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know about him. He's
Yeah,
been in Argentina for 10 years. He's been being trained by Hannah. And I imagine somebody else because like he knows how to fight. I don't think
yeah.
Hannah wasn't a fighter; she was a poisoner.
Right.
So
Well, we
some
don't know his full upbringing. We don't know
yeah,
what she taught him or what he learned over there. So he's a huge mystery. He
mm-hmm.
really is.
Oh yeah,
So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. I really don't. I feel like with the Dexter stuff, I feel like we feel like it's a little predictable,
yeah,
and maybe it is because we know Dexter so well,
yeah.
but we don't know Harrison.
And you know what?
So
This episode very very much reminded me of an episode like of a regular Dexter episode from the old
sure.
seasons. It was like like, oh yeah, let's all watch this footage from the cameras we all have out there that Dexter has no idea about, and let Dexter watch it for the first time with us. And it's just like, how many times did that happen in the first like how many seasons where he's like, oh my god, like, and then they show him,
They
and it
show him.
looks just like him, and it's in his backyard, and he's got the gun, and it's like, uh, and he doesn't hunt, but he's got a gun for protect. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, now obviously the cop they showed him to be like kind of weird about it, but then they're like, all right, man, I'll see you later. And it was just like,
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was
But
kind of
that's
funny.
that nerdy CSI guy too. They thought that he wasn't going to be able to find all this stuff,
Yeah,
and he knew
he
everything. He
knew
found out
everything. He was
in a
like,
heartbeat
said, blood don't
about
lie,
the
man.
rock and everything. Yeah,
Blood don't lie, man.
it's
And he
crazy.
walked through it like Dexter would have. When he was doing the forensic stuff, man. It's just how they all operate. Is they have to
Sure.
try to picture that scene with what they got. you know.
Yeah.
So, and hey, he's good. You know, Dexter knows he's good. Dexter's scared. He's,
Yeah.
he's
I
gonna
think
find
he is a
something.
little bit.
He's gonna
But
find
who
something.
knows? I mean, maybe I don't know how far Dexter brought that scent in, if he brought that scent into the cave with him, but if
Yeah,
he
I think
did,
he did. He brought the vest, right? It was like a vest.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he should just dump the parts in there, and let us say the bear got him, or something like
They're
that.
cut though. They're cut.
Yeah,
They're post mortem cuts. They'll
yeah,
know,
that's
and
true.
it's like
That's
they'll
true.
link it immediately to Dayhawk. like, oh, we've seen this before.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
I mean,
know,
who knows? It's a different town, so
it's a different time.
I mean, it's not like I'm hearing about murders in the next town all the time,
Yeah.
like, so I
But
don't
you know
know.
what? And the good for on Dexter that he incinerated the body or whatever.
Yeah,
So now nobody would ever find it, or if they do, they'll just find little pieces of it there. But
right.
that was the hard part that he needed to do, was to get rid of that.
Yeah,
Now I don't
get
know
rid
how
of
he's
that and the scent.
I don't know how he's going to get rid of the gun, because he did sell him the gun and it's all like registered to him and everything, and that's a lot harder to get rid of, I guess.
Sure.
So I don't know. Maybe he just leaves it underneath the fire pit forever. I
I
don't know.
don't know. Or Harrison finds it,
Or
God
Harrison
forbid.
finds it or something like that. Or
Uh,
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But
So
it's been a great episode so
yeah.
far. I really hope that, the fans are out there. I know they are.
Oh yeah.
I've seen the Dexter fandom at its height and even not at its height. And people love Dexter. It's a great story. He's an awesome anti-hero that people love and
They like,
adore.
and you like crime stuff. That like crime stuff is so
Sure.
huge now. Like,
Yeah.
and for him to be now, obviously not this season, like behind the scenes, he kind of is, since his girl's the chief or whatever. So he is behind the
Right.
scenes, behind the tape. Just with no recourse for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's all gonna come up. It's gonna catch up, especially with that girl there, the influence or the news reporter influencer girl. I
Yeah.
think she's gonna recognize, or she's gonna like post a story or something. Or she's gonna tie it together, and it's gonna be weird. And I don't honestly, I don't think Hannah's dead. I think Harrison's lying about
Oh
that.
yeah.
Um,
Maybe. I mean, we don't know. We have no idea. I mean, we don't know. I mean, it is possible she could have died. And I mean, they had his school records, so he was in Miami. So we know that he was there for like what, like the 2 years or
like
whatever
two
it
years or
was.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Maybe.
mean, who knows? I mean,
I don't
maybe
know.
Maybe Aster and Cody got a hold of him.
I just feel like
You
that was
know?
such a cheap like cop out. Like, oh, she died 2 years ago. Like I said, she's like in a bunch of
Really a big
movies
story.
now. She's a pretty big actress, man. And like Dexter's like what got her big, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I can't see her turning down like an episode or two of Dexter. Um,
Yeah.
you know,
It doesn't make sense.
Handmaid's Tale ain't taking up that much of her time. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
not happening. So, which that show's crazy. You ever watch Handmaid's Tale?
No, I haven't watched it. It's on one of my lists, but
Yeah,
it's tough, man. We watch a lot of TV, we watch a lot of movies. My wife watched it, she liked it, so I mean, I put it on the list, but no,
it's one of those things where it's like it's a good show, but it's really hard to watch, just because it's like kind of messed up, you know.
sure.
So it's like post, not apocalypse or whatever, but there was like I guess a big war, so it's like post that and everything's just like messed up, So it's like kind of messed
Yeah,
up what they do to the women in it. I think that's the whole point of the show, you know.
gotcha.
But it's just like kind of it's hard to watch sometimes. It's like, come on, get out of there, just get out of
Yeah,
there. um, but that's a good TV show, man. Definitely.
yeah.
Let's talk about Hawkeye, man. Hawkeye. We got 2 episodes
Oh
off the
yeah.
rip.
So Hawkeye's on Disney Plus, and Hawkeye was pretty funny.
I thought it was good.
Like they
I
gave
thought
us
it
two
was good.
episodes, which was cool. So
The
I mean,
girl's
we
cool in
got
it. I don't recall her
yeah,
name, but she was pretty cool
Kate
in it.
Bishop.
Kate Bishop, that's right.
Yes,
I think they play a pretty good duo together. I thought
yes,
it
they
was weird. The
absolutely
first thing he asked her was like, "Are you 18?"
did.
She was like, "I'm 22." He's like, "Okay, cool. Now we can talk." You know.
No, he was like, same thing. That's what he said. Same
Oh,
thing.
yeah, that's right. He said same thing.
He said, what are you, 18? And she's like, no, 22. And he's like, same thing.
Listen, he knew the question to ask. You know what I'm saying?
But yes, that was funny that was the first question that he asked her. It was cool to see, him, cutting up, having fun with his children and stuff, but also, going to see this crazy Avengers play. So we got to just talk about that for a
Oh
moment.
my god, dude, the Steve Rogers thing is just out of
Oh,
control.
I
I
can
could
do this all day.
Like, I would cringe if I was him watching that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Like,
God. Like, I don't know how he stayed quiet. I guess because the hearing aid. That's
well,
how he
who
was
who
quiet.
did Steve Rogers say it that much that was
No.
like somebody else?
He
Like,
said
they're
it
like,
one time.
yeah, to a bully. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
did the bully ever come out later and say this is what he said to me, and it's just
I
like
don't know.
epically like etched in history? You know, so.
I'm not sure, but it was pretty funny. It was funny that they had each character like introduce themselves, and like Ant-Man was in there, even though he wasn't there
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
time,
Well, the
which is
Hulk was
pretty
funny
funny.
too, and then they had everybody really. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, no, it was pretty funny. I liked that. My wife said that one of the people in the beginning was somebody from Rent.
From Rent. Okay.
So yeah,
Well, it was very
so
Rent style
yeah,
musical.
for sure.
You know,
Yeah,
like they had all the Raptors and stuff like that, and they're on different
yeah.
levels, and so like that's like the whole stage for it.
I could do this all day.
Dude, it's oh, that's
Oh my
so
God.
funny, man.
It was great. It was great. But it seems like it's a fun little show. We thought it was gonna be a little die-hard-ish. It's not,
No, it's a little different. It
a little
definitely
different
has
than we thought.
it definitely has a good Marvel feel to it.
Yeah, for sure. We know that the fiance guy is definitely bad.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
but
like really obvious that is
I
bad,
think
but
the mom might be bad too.
I
So
think so too. There's no way that she's just completely blind in that.
too
Like, oh,
big of an
just like
actress, bro.
what's that?
She's in everything. She's too big of an actress. She's in everything. And what? She's just gonna be a good guy. She's just gonna be somebody's mom. I
Yeah,
don't think so,
yeah,
man. She's gonna be like a underground of some syndicate or something like that. Like
for
she's gonna be the
sure.
leader. Yeah. She's a great actress. And I kind of like felt it coming when the dad was like, I'm gonna go downstairs, and she's like, why don't you go get those checkers, honey? Like, not that I felt like she was gonna do anything,
Yeah,
but like I felt like once the dad left, I was like, that's the last time we're gonna see that dude.
that's the
And it
last
was.
time. Yep, yep,
It was cool to see the shots from the first Avengers movie
yep. Yeah, with
and
the
watch
Jahari
Hawkeye from a
landing or
different
whatever.
point of view. Yeah, so that was pretty neat. And for her to, see her hero. So we got to learn a little bit more about Kate, and then just see that she's just a regular kid who wants to have fun and get in trouble in school and knocking over clock towers, normal
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the clock tower thing was awesome because like when she
Yeah.
first hit it, they're like, that wasn't even remotely cool. And she was
Yeah.
like, all right, let me try something else. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you
And then she
know,
went from a totally different angle, like above it. That was pretty cool.
yeah. And then she didn't even get arrested for it because mommy and daddy are rich. So
Well, yeah. She's a, she's a rich kid in like a prep school
in a
type.
prep school, so they probably like donated that building to him anyway, and
Yeah.
have to do it again and stuff like that. But I think her character is pretty cool because she's obviously the rich kid or whatever, but like when she was young, she just had that impact, like from
Sure.
Hawkeye to be like, that's what I want to do. That's the hero that
Yeah.
I like. Because everybody's got their favorite Avenger. And not everybody is a Thor fan. Not everybody's a Captain America fan. There are people out there
Right.
who dig Hawkeye and stuff like that, man. Like,
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
like, he's actually kind of badass because he like hangs with all them, and he's not a fucking like a demigod or like he doesn't have
Right.
powers. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel
So
like you
like,
have your heroes and then your superheroes, like
yeah,
he's definitely a hero. He's not a super,
hmm
but he hangs with them, like you said.
yeah,
And he has an arrow for like every occasion,
every
basically.
occasion.
So
Now, there is one thing that I did not like that I thought was like kind of weird. Okay,
okay.
is like his wife had mentioned something like he had said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go do a catch and release," and And she's like, "Oh, that was Nat's thing." Like, all right, number one, he's a spy. Okay, so he goes
Yeah,
home and talks to his wife about spy
I
shit and like
guess so.
codes that they do and this, that, and the third, like and
I
what
mean,
Nat likes to do and like, it's
maybe,
just
maybe just to like, because she's dead and he was grieving, so
see,
maybe he shared
yeah,
some
but
stories
like
with
the whole
her.
thing is like when you're a spy or an assassin and you have a family, okay, the less your family knows about things
Is the better,
is the
sure.
better off. And he's very particular about his family dying or disappearing. So like why would you like just like you know what I'm saying? Like why would she know
Sure.
about this stuff? How about I don't tell you because when somebody comes knocking, they're gonna start pulling
Well,
fingernails
maybe he
off.
didn't. Maybe Black Widow told her because they were friends too,
They were
So
friends
like,
too, I guess.
so
That
we
would
don't
be
know.
the
We don't know.
only explanation. But I was just like, what?
Yeah.
She just knows all their like spy games and spy codes and stuff like that. Like, is she a spy too? Apparently, like
Yeah,
who
maybe.
knows,
I
man?
don't know.
But
Maybe she's gonna be an Avenger. Who knows?
maybe.
Fill
But
some
it's
spots.
definitely heating up. The fencing match was cool because he was like, yeah,
Fencing match is awesome.
I'll go get that right now. Come on, let's go.
He's like, okay,
And
all state 2 years in a row. Okay.
he's definitely better than her.
Yeah.
And she knew it off the rip.
Yeah, she
Um,
did. Yeah, she did. And she parried right for his face. That was crazy. That was
Get out,
crazy.
get that crap back. So what is his deal? Is
I don't know. He wanted that Ronin sword really
he wants
bad.
that Ronin sword really, really bad.
He
It's
didn't care
cool.
for the outfit
The
though.
LARPing thing was funny.
Oh, that was awesome.
It
That
was
was so funny.
I thought it was really funny that the dude's like, dude, you get to be a superhero all the time. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man.
Dude, that was funny. I liked him going through and just like killing everybody with like no
Oh
effort
yeah, he was
and
just
like
like that,
dodging their stuff. Like,
tapping him on the head and stuff as he
oh
went
yeah.
by.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
So,
Yeah.
and then the one part where he's like, "Yeah, can you return this back?" He's like, "Oh yeah, they will charge you for that." I definitely think that it had some funny moments. I think the story's building up really good. It's hard to kind of critique on 2 episodes.
Yeah, it is. But I'm glad they gave us two at
I'm
least
glad they
instead
gave
of
us 2.
one.
Yeah, for real.
So that's pretty cool because I'm not even sure what day of the week it comes on. I know it's on
I
Disney
have
Plus,
no idea what day of the
but
week
I
it
guess
comes.
we'll find out. We'll find out. Let's take a look and see when Hawkeye comes in.
Where's Hawkeye?
When's Hawkeye coming out?
That's funny. Yeah, because I had no idea either. I just seen it on Facebook. It was like, yeah, 2 episodes available now. I was like, all right, great. Let's watch that.
Yeah.
So is it what, a Friday thing?
I don't know. I'm looking. It
Uh-oh.
just gave me the first date.
That's it, huh?
I don't need the first date.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to get back to that.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. That's fine.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's. What are you looking forward to in December, man? We got a big month ahead of us. Next year's gonna be insane. So this is gonna be like this last little cushion month before 2022 is gonna pop off, dude. It's gonna be all over the place.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, really, I'm looking forward to, Spider-Man, of course.
I was just saying, we got Spider-Man coming out.
That comes out like a day or two
year.
before my birthday, so I'm definitely gonna go see that. I'm gonna try to get tickets ahead of time, probably like this week.
I think it's gonna be movie of the year. I shared that post with you I seen the other day where it showed Andrew and Toby's screen time on it.
Yeah,
I don't know how
We'll see.
real it is. Who knows? Because right now is like key time to make stupid fake stuff Spider-Man because everybody's gonna believe it. But that would be really cool if that was, because that's a big chunk of them being in it. If that was even remotely close.
Yeah, no, that's a big chunk. I mean, I really feel like it's gonna be kind of a predictable movie. Okay. I do. I feel like they're showing so many different trailers now that I didn't watch any more than the 2 that came out. The teaser and the trailer. That was all I watched. But I feel like I could tell you the movie right now. I could tell, I'm not trying to ruin it for anybody, but I feel like I can.
Yeah, don't ruin it.
I feel like I can. I feel like, they showed us enough to where I know, right, the exact time of Toby and Andrew are coming in. It's going to be that one time where they show in the preview where he's like, I can't hold them back. That's when they're going to come.
That's when they're going to come, and then they're going to help him out and all that.
I think so.
You think so,
but,
huh? All
But
right.
who knows? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Nobody really knows except for people who are in the movie.
Well, I imagine a lot more people have probably seen it by now because don't they do like a big critic thing? Um,
They do.
like the showing. It's like usually a couple weeks before the
But we would
actual.
get some leaks, so it hasn't come out yet, I don't think.
Okay.
So we'll have to wait and see on that. All right, so back to our thing. It looks like Hawkeye comes on Wednesdays.
Ah, it's on Wednesdays, right in the middle of the week. So we
Yeah,
got
so
Chucky on Tuesday, and then Hawkeye on Wednesday, and Dexter on Sunday.
yeah,
So they're really
they're spread
splitting up
out.
my week. I like it.
Sure. There was a couple cool things that I've been watching, a couple cool things that dropped. Cowboy Bebop, we talked a little bit about it in the
Cowboy
last one.
Bebop, yeah.
I finished watching it.
Did you finish
Cowboy
it? So
Bebop was
what'd you think
awesome.
of the whole thing? Because
Yep,
I'm not done yet.
I liked
Obviously,
it.
don't ruin it for me or anything. But
No, I'm not gonna say anything
overall,
else. I liked it. I if I had to give it a grade,
I
you
know a lot of people
know,
were mad at that.
I
There was
know.
like a character at the end that was like kind of weird, and they like.
Listen, it was good. Okay, it was good. I would say I would give it like a 6.8, like
Six point
almost a
eight.
7. Yeah,
Okay.
I do. I do. That's exactly what I would give it. I like the characters. I like the scenery. I like the music. I like the
Okay. I
costumes.
really like the music so far. Dude, they did an awesome job on the intro. Like the intro
Yeah,
is just like one of
the
my favorite
intro's
intros.
nasty. The ship looks cool.
um,
Like there's just so many little
he's cool.
things.
I think he's like a
Oh
really
yeah,
good
he's
actor
good.
for him. He fits
He's
like the
good.
part perfectly. Like when he's just chilling there, like smoking a cigarette, and he's got his jacket on or what. It's just
Yeah,
like he looks just like him. Like it's just like
he
watching a
really
cartoon all
does.
over again.
Same thing with Jet Black.
Yeah.
Like it's so cool, and Valentine too as well. Like they got the crew together. I think it looks really cool. Like I said, I'm sticking by my 6.8. I know they're gonna make another season of it.
Oh
It
yeah.
was just too
Oh
cool for
yeah.
them
They're
not to.
definitely gonna do that.
I really liked it. Another thing that came out, and I'm gonna have to swallow my words from this one, was
Uh-huh.
He-Man Revelations came out. Now,
Woo!
when the first season
Let's hear
hit,
it.
I was so excited and I watched it, and it was like the Tila show, and I hated on it a
Yeah.
little bit.
It was definitely all about
No,
her. It was not about He-Man.
I know, but like when I talk to my friends, I'd be like, "What's up, man? Did you watch the Tila show?" Like I was like being corny about it, and like whatever, like
Well, the
what?
second it ended, they were like Kevin Smith and all these people was like, "Well, just wait." That's
Yeah,
literally what they said.
yeah.
Wait till season 2.
Just wait till season 2, and there's only 5 episodes, and who knew that they were going to give us those episodes this fast?
It was
I
quick.
mean, it was in the same year, so like it's crazy. So when I watched the first one, I felt like it was longer. When I watched the second season, I felt like it was just a little shorter. Now
Okay.
there's the same amount of episodes, but I
You
felt like I
enjoyed
was
it more.
so into it.
You
I
enjoyed
was
it more.
so into it, and every episode was better than the last. I mean,
Cool.
like
Yeah.
it was awesome, so cool. I don't think they could have did any better.
That's awesome.
I have to eat my words seriously from the first season, because I was like, who's gonna finish the show? Who's gonna really like commit? And like I was wrong.
Maybe they're
I was
right.
wrong.
They said wait till the second season. Maybe they were just trying to get a
It
little
was
story
amazing.
out. They were fishing. Maybe they were fishing.
I mean, I feel like the first season you didn't really get a lot of He-Man and Skeletor.
Yeah.
In the first season, Skeletor's in Evil and Staff, and He-Man is in Paternia. So like, we don't really get to see these characters, and that's what the show is about.
Yeah.
And I get that they were filling everything out. I mean, I'll give them this. I never really gave Man at Arms like the credit I felt like that he deserved. And Man at Arms, Duncan, is a badass. I mean, like so many cool weapons, but like he just like he hangs with everybody.
Yeah.
Like he really does. Like in Skeletor, Skelegod, he still is rough and tumble with them. Like it's crazy. It really is. But this season was killer. If you counted out the first one, like me, shut the fuck up and watch it, because it's good. Yeah. It's really good.
I watched the first one, and I really wasn't into it at the end of it. I was just like, I didn't dig it. I remember the old cartoons being pretty cool. I used to watch them, obviously when I was really young.
Yeah.
but it was just like, wasn't that into it. But like I said, they were like, wait till season 2, and like I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I probably will in the next week or
I
two.
plowed right through it, man. I
Right
watched
through
it
it.
and then watched it again with my
Are they
son.
half an hour episodes or 40
About
minutes?
yeah, they're about a half hour.
Okay. All right, maybe I'll try to get through
It was worth it. It really was. I mean, like I felt like every character got their time. This was the most we got of Skeletor.
Okay.
So that was really cool. Evelyn got a lot of time as well. Cersei. That was pretty cool. And then we get to see some other characters and stuff like that. Some people that we haven't seen before.
Cool.
We get some like fun puns with the character Fisto. I don't know if you know him, so he's a little weird. But yeah, man, I mean, like it was really great. What about you? What are you looking forward to in December?
Probably Boba Fett. Probably most thing besides Spider-Man. Obviously, Spider-Man. That's gonna be my like go back to the theater movie.
Sure.
I wanted it to be Ghostbusters, but I was just like, I'm just gonna wait till Spider-Man. Just wait
Yeah.
till Spider-Man. Might as well.
No, I feel you.
And tickets are going on sale. I think like soon, like this week or next week.
Yeah, I think they're already on sale.
So I'm definitely gonna get a couple of those because I want to see that. If not the first night, maybe like that Saturday. Because the second it comes out, everybody's gonna ruin it for everybody else.
Oh yeah. Well, the second it comes out, we're gonna know if Andrew and Toby are in it.
Everything.
We're gonna know everything about it.
So, we'll talk about it that Sunday night. After it comes out. So I imagine you're gonna go see it too.
Absolutely. The one thing that they don't really have a lot of is like any of the bad guys or anybody else in the movie as far as the toys go and stuff. So I mean, I don't know how much screen time these bad guys are really gonna get.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's gonna be like, right off the bat. Because I mean, like we saw like Peter wants this, people to forget that he's Spider-Man. We saw all that shit. So like that's gonna take at least like a good like 40 minutes of the movie
just
right
to do the
there.
spell.
Just to do the spell and get him from point A to point B.
Yeah.
So like I feel like there's not gonna be a ton of time left for these fights. So I feel like it's gonna be quick.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're gonna be. Maybe it's gonna be.
I think Doc Ock's gonna be in it the most because he's the one that's gonna help him close everything or put everything.
We don't know. We don't know. We have no idea. You're right. Your guess is as good as mine. It looks like it's gonna go that way, but they could just be tricking us. I mean, Doc Ock is a bad guy, but the one thing that I didn't notice with all of them is that their suits are slightly different. Everything's slightly different. I know that they're from another dimension, but Doc Ock's suit kind of reminded me of like a Tony Stark suit.
Okay.
So like I don't know, maybe Tony Stark gave him some kind of funding or something like that.
Because they always tie stuff in like that, and like he maybe did research for him, or they had a project, or and he's coming from a different dimension, so it doesn't have to technically be the Toby one that we saw. Like it could be a form of that, Yeah.
Like, I mean, we really don't know how it's gonna be. I mean, Toby didn't have like the nanotech, the nanotech type suit or anything like that. So like I wonder how they're going to fare in the fight. Is that why we got 3 different spider suits? Because we did technically get 3 different spider suits.
Yeah, you got a black one, like a black and gold one, and then there's a red and black one.
Yeah. There's a black, so there's like the original OG one with a little bit of enhancement. Then there was the black and gold, right? And then there was the Iron Spider one. So the black and gold one, he had like some kind of thing like on his hand, and it looked like some like Doctor Strange magic stuff.
Okay.
So I don't know if like the suit is magical, and that's why it's golden.
Maybe it allows
I don't
know.
To,
like travel through and out. And
maybe I don't know. I mean, like. Right now, nobody knows, and if they say they do, they're lying. So we're gonna have to see. But I'm definitely excited for Boba Fett too. I also saw that it looks like Mandalorian's gonna be coming out right after that too.
The season 2 of Mandalorian's gonna come out right after.
But we're also gonna get Obi-Wan. So like
Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan's gonna fight Darth Vader in it.
Really?
Like, it's literally they've been talking about it because they have Anakin in it, and Anakin's already Darth Vader.
Yeah.
You know, so and they said that they're gonna have a duel before like Obi-Wan goes in hiatus.
I bet you this is going to be like one of the best lightsaber battles we're
I
ever
hope
going to
so,
get.
dude. It's gonna be
I really think it is. I really think it is.
it's
It's
gonna
going to
be
be
like
something epic.
Obi-Wan and Vader in their primes. Well, Obi-Wan
Well,
probably not in his prime. He's probably a little older than his prime.
there's a fan made trailer, or like they took like a piece that was like missing from the movie, and they like showed the lightsaber battle in the background between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan when he's older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'll
It
check
is
that out.
amazing. I mean, like, it's such a cool fight, and like they really, it's a fan made thing, but they do great with the CGI, man. They really do. And it was like, what sucks is that is a fan made thing, and that was one of the best lightsaber battles like I feel like I've ever seen. And I mean, George Lucas had a team of people. Disney
Had a
has a team of
team.
people. I want to see some awesome lightsaber battles,
Yeah,
man. Come
man.
on. Come on.
That's right.
Give me something good.
Well, like
Let's
I
see something
said,
cool with Mace Windu. Let him come back.
there you go. Well, you should, like I said, we should see a Darth Vader Obi-Wan fight in there. They were saying that because like as soon as Obi-Wan left, like Darth Vader went looking for him. You
Right.
know.
Does this mean Jar Jar's going to be in this?
I imagine.
Does this mean Jar Jar's going to be in this? Because if
Probably.
Jar Jar's going to be in it, this is going to be a tough sell for people unless they're
doing
doing Darth Jar Jar.
I was gonna say maybe it's Darth Jar Jar. Maybe they say something about it, and he just like kind of looks, and he's like,
That would be so cool. That would be so cool. But there's so many things. So we got, what else we got on the list, man?
Lost in Space, bro. Season 3.
Oh, Lost in Space was really good.
It
If
was
you
cool.
were a fan of the original, this really, it heightens it even more. Like I obviously, you know,
I thought
like
it was better than the
a
movie.
little older than you,
Yeah.
so like I watched Lost in Space, and when they came out with the movie, I think like in like the 90s or 2000s, I liked that as well too. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But this is like a step even further up from that.
I feel like the movie one was more of a they try to make it a blockbuster title, you know.
Sure.
It was very mainstream.
Yeah, they had a lot of named stars in it, and you know, I got you. But this season on Netflix,
yeah,
Lost in Space, man. Oh
it's
my
good,
god,
dude.
the last one
It's
was
really
so good. I can't wait for this next one. I can't wait to see what happens with the Doctor and stuff. I mean, like, it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, no, they're doing a really good job with that show, and I feel like it's one of those under the radar shows too. Like, not a lot of people are watching it, but it's a good show, man.
Yeah.
You
Same
know?
thing with Under the Radar, definitely sometimes is Lost Always Sunny. Always Sunny season 15.
15,
which is crazy.
seasons.
They won an award for something with that. Like one of the longest, some type of shows. I don't think it's sitcom, but
shows about a
I'm
bar.
not sure. I don't know. They won some like big award for it, but they're killing it. I mean, Danny DeVito is awesome. Charlie Day is awesome. Everybody in it. Everybody in it is super funny. Dennis is my favorite. You know, he's just like such a creepo, and he plays it so well. He really does. So like, I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with this season. They've done it all already.
Yeah.
Everything is just like off the wall. So like, to have a 15th season, you know, like, we're really gonna see something big. I think
so too. I think a lot of people were waiting for it too. You know, so and it's gonna be like right around holidays. Everybody's gonna be binging shows and.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it's a good time. It's a good time, you know, like you said before, this is like it's a really great time for, you know, all these companies getting their cash grab, but also all these TV shows and movies and stuff like that, because they know that, you know, eventually that snow's coming down. Eventually you're going on vacation or leave or whatever, and you're going to have time to watch all this stuff. Unfortunately, you know, we watch as much as possible, and more than the average person, and it's still not enough time.
Right.
But all right, so what's some of these must-see movies that you want to watch this month?
All right.
Let me hear what's some of yours.
All right, so every year I always watch Christmas Story on Christmas. Gotta be on
Christmas Day.
Yep, Christmas morning, throw it on, do the present thing. By the time present thing and breakfast is done, Christmas Story knocked out. Ain't gotta do it again.
They're at the Chinese restaurant. You don't got to do it anymore.
Ain't gotta do it again. We're good to go. So always watch Christmas Story, and then you know what? And probably since they started doing the Die Hard is a Christmas movie thing, I've watched it every year in December.
Nice. That's cool. That's cool. Now, Elf is like a big staple in
Elf
our
is
house.
good. Yeah.
That's usually that would be like our Christmas Story. We watch Christmas Story usually when we're at like other families' house and stuff like that. Like they usually have it on, and like it's like the marathons. So you don't watch it all one sitting, but you eventually do watch the whole movie. So
well, this year's a little different for us. I have a 1-year-old now, so so I actually went out and bought all the cartoon like Rudolph and Frosty
and Rudolph.
And it's crazy too because all right, so I got it at Walmart. It was a $20 one, not the cheapo $5 ones. It was $20, right? And it had a cool case. Open it up, and it was like, I don't know how many movies, maybe 5 movies or something. 5 discs, all in the crappiest like disc holder. Like it fell apart when I opened it, and I'm like, this is terrible. So I throw it in. I think I throw.
Step up your game, Walmart.
I think I threw in like Frosty, right? Dude, Frosty's like, it's not even 30 minutes, dude. It's like literally like 24 minutes or something. And I had to
Was it the claymation type one, or was it the cartoon?
No, the Frosty was the cartoon.
Okay.
The Rudolph was the claymation one.
Okay.
That's the one with
what about the Heat Miser and all that jazz?
Heat Miser. What's that one?
Heat Miser and the Snow Miser. No?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's like they're like it's like 2 other characters in like one of the movies. They have like their own movies or something.
I think we only watched like I think the Rudolph and the Frosty, and there was something else in there that was weird, like Little Drummer Boy or something like that. It was
okay.
But yeah, it was just funny because I opened it up and it like all fell apart. My wife's like, "What did you do to this thing?" And I was just like, "Nah, man, it's like weird because like the thing that like goes on the spine on the inside like had extra pieces because it wasn't long enough. So instead of them redoing it and making it long enough, they built like little extensions to go on it and to click in. So it's like loose and it has 2 pieces that it's like on there for all 5 discs. Each one was that. And I was like, dude, this is insane. Like,
that's crazy. Step up your game, Walmart.
Especially when I'm not buying a $5 one. Now, if I bought it for $5, I would have no complaints. But again, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But $20 for like that thing fell apart.
That's crazy. What was it? Home Alone.
Yeah,
that's
Home
another
Alone
one. The new one was really good too. A Home Alone, Home Sweet Home, or Home Sweet Home Alone. It was good. I liked it. It was funny. My kid liked it. I mean, it's a little bit more up to date. Yeah, it's better than all the other reboot ones. Okay. You know, I would say it was the best out of the reboot ones because it was the most like the original.
Okay.
They even have Buzz in it too. You know, like as like a cameo. So that was pretty cool. The older brother.
Buzz's girlfriend. Woof.
But what really surprised us this year was Epic Christmas. Now it's the same people who make the Elf movie. Epic Christmas was really funny, man. My kid enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too because it was like an 80s type movie, and I lived that shit. I know how it was. I don't know if I got a Nintendo for Christmas or a birthday, but I did get it as a gift.
I got it for
Christmas. And you know, it was a really cool time to live it, man. It really was. And just like to see that little stuff and to like hear an exaggerated story being told to somebody's kid, it was just really cool. I enjoyed it. I mean, if I had to give it a Christmas rating, I guess I would give it
how many balls? How many jingle balls?
I'll say like candy canes, maybe. I would say 7 candy canes.
7 out of 10 candy canes.
7 out of 10. It was good. It was funny. It made me laugh. It was my kid was like, "Come on," because they kept like faking you out a little bit, you know. Like it's just really funny, man. You definitely got to check it out. My wife, she like plowed through all the Harry Potters already. Like literally, it's not even December 1st yet. Yeah. You know, she watched all 8 Harry Potters.
I think we watched the first 2 or 3 of them in October, like leading up to Halloween. Obviously, you can play them anytime or
Whatever.
whatever,
Yeah.
you know. But I feel like they're very Halloween or Christmas vibe. Obviously, Christmas
Sure.
vibe. I think it snows in every movie, right? Like,
Yeah.
or they go home
And
for
they do
Christmas.
they do Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah,
Same thing with Nightmare Before Christmas too. That's another one, that
staple,
could
bro.
be, yeah, 100%.
You know, so yeah. Oh yeah, I love Nightmare Before Christmas for sure.
Yeah, man. Also looking forward to the new movie coming out, Black Friday with Bruce Campbell.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It looks really funny. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. I think it might just be in theaters, but I'm definitely gonna check it out
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
for
probably gonna
sure.
check that one out too. Another one that I didn't finish. I have 15 minutes left. I
Ah,
didn't get finished. Yeah. So I was gonna watch Dexter again today, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm pretty good with Dexter. I watched it late in the week this week. And on Hulu, it was like there was Pig, man.
Pig. With Nicolas
With
Cage.
Nicolas Cage, man, and I was just like, it's probably gonna be so terrible. But I was in the mood to watch a terrible movie. Because I was like, if I
Okay.
pass out, I pass out. I get a good nap in, right?
Sure,
Works
sure.
out perfectly. So synopsis of Pig. Now, I haven't seen the end, so I can't tell you how it ends.
Sure.
So Nicolas Cage looks like a bum. Okay, he's got long hair. He looks old. He's like a beat down old man that lives in the woods. He's got a pig, right?
Okay.
And he's going around in the woods, and it's a
So
truffle
normal
pig.
Nicolas Cage.
Normal Nicolas Cage. He kind of looks like that. What was that witch movie he was in?
Wicker
Seasons of
Man.
Witch or
Wicker Man.
Wicker Man? Okay, he's got the long hair or whatever.
Sorcerer's Apprentice?
Yeah. He kind of looks like that. He's like old and shaggy looking. And
Okay.
anyway, so he's got a pig. He's got a truffle pig. So he's going around and finding
Ooh,
truffles.
truffles. You get some money with
Well,
truffles.
apparently, because this guy came in like a really nice Camaro, like yellow Camaro. He's like, all right, I'm here for that truffle, bro. And he doesn't talk to anybody else in the world except this guy. And it's like this young kid. And he's just like, he brings him supplies and he'll give him money and he gives him a truffle. And then he goes and he sells it to these really fancy restaurants. Okay,
Right.
so you learn that his dad is kind of in the same business as the son, to where they go and network with these restaurants and get them like top quality things. Okay, so like truffles or like blah blah. Okay, so these guys break in to Nicolas Cage's little fort in the woods. Okay, beat him up, and steal his pig.
Oh.
Okay, and he's just like, I want my pig, and you're thinking like, oh, he's gonna go John Wick on him, but they like mess him up. They beat him with a frying pan, and he's all bummed out, and like he makes the kid come get him, and the kid's like putting plastic or putting stuff up on his like in his car because Nicolas Cage is gross, dude. He doesn't shower. Like when he dropped off or when he picked up the truffle, the guy's like, do you want me to pick you up like one of those like shower things, so you can like shower? And he was like, no, why would I want that? So he's like, I want you to take me so I can go to try to find my pig. So that's what the movie is. He goes to try to find his pig. Apparently, Nicolas Cage was a chef, like before he went into his bum status.
Okay.
And he was like, everybody knows who he is. Like nobody knows who his name, or nobody knows his name. But when they say his name, they're like, oh my god, that's him. Are you serious? Like he was like the best chef. Like I think they're in Portland. He was like the best chef in Portland forever. And like, so when he mentions his name, they're like, what? We thought you died. Like, holy shit, So like, they're like, so he tells the kid to like use his name. He's like, here, I need you to go get me all these ingredients. And he's like, these people ain't gonna fucking talk to me. He's like, use my name. He's like, oh, I could do that. Like, it's like weird. It's like,
all right. So I know you didn't finish watching it yet, but given that you've seen most of the movie, how many pigs would you give it?
Oh my god, how many strips of bacon would I give it?
Making bacon with macon.
Out of 10, probably like 3. Like it's just not that good of a movie. Like maybe if they throw some like crazy twist at the end or whatever, but it's like weird. So like there's like an underground in this whole industry of like really fancy restaurants, right? So the underground is gambling, but it's like one-sided fighting. Okay, so like there's this whole part where he goes underground, literally underground. All right, and he goes and he puts his name on this board. All right, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, that's him!" Like because everybody knows his name. Nobody knows who he is, but they know his name. And the whole gist of it is like one of a restaurant staff has to sit there and like punch him in the face for 60 seconds. Like, and they're beating the crap out of this guy, and that's like they gamble on it. They're like, "Oh, does he last? Does he not last?" And it's just like really weird because it has nothing to do with anything. It's kind of like I don't know. It's 3 bacon strips.
3 bacon strips.
Like
Oh,
and it's
man.
really weird because like, let me just throw this one last thing out there about it.
Sure.
So the kid, the guy's dad, right? His mom is like, I guess, like in a coma state or something like that.
Okay.
And the kid was telling Nicolas Cage about how the best thing that's ever happened to his dad was there was one time the dad and the mom went out and they went to this restaurant and they had this meal and they had this wine and it was perfect in every single way. Okay, and then whatever happened to the mom happened to the mom, but like he still talks about that dinner like there was nothing ever better than that, and there was no wine better than that, and nothing could ever live up to that moment ever.
Wow.
Blah blah blah. So Nicolas Cage is like, how am I going to get my pig back? So he goes and makes him the dinner because he's the one who originally made it for him and his wife. So he goes and gets that bottle of wine and he makes the fucking chicken dish or whatever. And he shows up at the guy's house and he's like, "We're going to eat some dinner." And the guy starts eating it and he starts to cry. And then like that's when I shut it off. I was like, I can't do it, man.
I don't know.
So it was just like, oh my God, like what is going on? Like I hope there's something crazy that eventually happens, but probably not, man.
Did you see him in Wally's World? I think that's what it's called.
I don't think so.
Okay, so like I don't know why this generation is obsessed with it, but they're obsessed with creepy animatronics that kill you. They have the Freddy Funkin' or Freddy Five Nights at Freddy. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And the Chuck E. Cheese things coming after you. So that's what it is. It's basically like Nicolas Cage, and he doesn't speak throughout this whole movie. So that's like a really big thing. Okay, so he breaks down his car in this like crappy little town, and this guy's like, "Yeah, it's gonna cost you a couple $1,000s to fix this," and he goes to give him a credit card. He's like, "Oh, we don't take cards, we only take cash." And he's like, goes look for ATM. There's no ATMs around. He's like, tell you what, I know somebody who will give you a job. You can make some money on the side and fix this thing up. So he sets him up at Wally World and he goes to clean it up. And Wally World is like obsessed with like all these killer animatronics that attack Nicolas Cage. He's obsessed with soda in the movie and a pinball machine. Like he takes his breaks like exactly at the exact time that he's supposed to, and he drinks a whole can of soda.
He's like that in. He's like that in like Matchstick Men. He's got to like open the door 3
Oh
times.
Yeah, that's right. He was like that in Matchstick Men too. That was a good one too. But Nick Cage just has so many movies that like are like
he's done
this,
them all
man.
like 3 times. He's done every movie at least like 3 times, like in one form or another.
Oh my God! So I'm sorry, it wasn't Wally's Wonderland. It's Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland.
Maybe that's why you didn't hear. So Willy's Wonderland. I believe it's on Hulu. It's definitely was funny just to see Nicolas Cage fighting animatronics.
How many Willies would you give
it? We're gonna have to come up with like a Nicolas Cage like
his own ranking system.
His own ranking system.
Okay, for sure.
Like he doesn't follow the rules.
No. I like the fact that he got that movie and told them, "I don't want to talk throughout it, and I still want to get paid."
Yeah. Like if he was gonna scale it, he'd be like, give it a 67.
I don't know how true it is, but I see this thing that comes up every now and again, and it's a story about Nick Cage going and doing a casting or whatever, and he went there and just did some random monologue that had nothing to do with anything, and like he didn't even read the script. He didn't even know what he was casting for. He was just like, "Yeah, I'm just here to fucking do this thing. I'm just gonna do what I want." Like,
That sounds like him. He was a crazy individual, but
you know,
I'd give it 5 willies.
5 willies. Okay, so
5.
right down the
Yeah.
middle. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It made me laugh. It's one of those movies that you just like put on in the background, like kind of like you were saying
Like
before.
every
Um,
Nicolas Cage
no,
movie.
I mean, like, he had National Treasure and
Listen, he's got some
Raising
bangers, bro.
Arizona.
Listen, when Con
Yeah.
Air came out, bro, he was like at the height,
Oh,
bro. He was like at the height.
Con Air was awesome, man. I love that
Oh
movie.
yeah,
Cyrus the Virus.
Cyrus the Virus, bro. John Malkovich is like a genius, and then Steve
Yeah.
Buscemi in it is just like it's a perfect like '90s to 2000
Sure.
era.
Danny Trejo was in it.
You know, it had
There's so many
everybody.
people.
It had
Yeah.
something for everybody. It was just
Had that
Cusack
Leanne
was
Rhymes
in it.
song in it.
Leanne Rhymes was just like, my bunny, put down the bunny.
It was great. No, that's a good one for sure. If you haven't seen Con Air, I don't know if you're living on a rock, but go watch it.
Just watch it. Isn't Dave Chappelle in that too? Dave Chappelle's in that.
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. I don't think they ever made a Con Air 2, but
Oh my
they shouldn't.
god.
They shouldn't.
Don't make a Con Air 2. That'd be like making The Rock 2.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if I consider them the same, but yes, you're right. Because Nicolas Cage was in The Rock as well, right?
Yes.
Forget the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. They need to make something up new with 2 degrees of Nicolas Cage.
And Samuel L. Jackson, bro. I swear to God,
that's right.
those 3 are in every movie. You can probably knock out a good 40% of like movies in the last 30 years with just those 3 people in it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like it's crazy, bro.
And
can you imagine the residuals? Like, because like Samuel L. Jackson just does like quantity over quality all day.
Sure,
Okay?
sure.
Now
Who's another one that does that too, though? John Cusack. He does it as well.
Yeah, he does. Now, John Cusack, I feel he was real big in like the 80s. All the 80s chicks liked them. And then the 90s, he had a bunch of weird little movies that were like kind of indie-ish movies. And it was like, these chicks that really dug him were a little older now and they all had kids. So they weren't like, he wasn't a Brad Pitt. He didn't do the Brad Pitt thing. You know, like everybody loves Brad Pitt. They'll always love Brad Pitt. John Cusack, I feel like disappeared for a little bit and then kind of came back out when he started doing like Identity. What did he do that
1408.
1408 was cool. He did the
it's one of my favorite movies, bro.
The End of the World one, whatever the
2012.
2012, so he definitely came back out. And then, recently, the Utopia thing. I love Utopia, dude. Like he was
Utopia
awesome
was great.
in Utopia, man. Like he's
a bad guy.
Bad guy. He is a good bad guy. Now obviously
creepy.
Kevin Spacey's canceled, but Kevin Spacey, he's like the same thing. Like he's such a good bad guy, man. Like he's not a bad guy that often. So when he is, you're just like, hell yeah.
Excited for it, for sure.
So I remember when High Fidelity came out. I want to go see that so bad. It's like, that good movie.
That's too funny.
John Cusack, man, that's crazy. All these guys are aging out, though, man. There's a lot of talk with, Johnny Depp's got his crap going on.
Sure.
With his stuff, dude, that's been going on for years. Years. Like, what has he been in? Since the last Pirates movie.
I don't know. I don't think he does the Pirates movies anymore. I think it was like the second Alice in Wonderland, probably. Or that vampire movie, What We Do in the Shadows, or something like that. What was that? What was it called? Something in the Shadows.
I know what you're talking about.
Vampire movie.
I remember the cover of it.
It
was like In the Shadows or something. I'm not sure, but he hasn't done anything. This whole thing is just like he can't do anything. I don't think it's affected. Amber at all. She's doing like the next Aquaman, right? They were trying to get her pulled from it, but she's back on it and stuff. So
no.
So,
Now, What We Do in the Shadows, that's an awesome
What We Do in
TV
the
show.
Shadows. Yeah, that was awesome, dude. The movie's even better. If you haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, you need to just buy it.
Yeah, check it out. But the show just ended season 3. They just got signed on for another season. So it should be pretty cool.
I was gonna say they're so funny in everything that they do. So I can only imagine what next season's gonna be entailed.
We'll have to wait and see, though. It's pretty funny, man.
So December's gonna be pretty big. We're pretty excited about it. Lots of TV, lots of movies. Another one that we didn't mention was like Kingsman. That's like the third. It's like the third one, right? The first one was awesome. I love the first.
First one was really cool. The second one was all right.
So I'm hoping they do some justice with this one because it's supposed to be like a prequel? Is that what it is?
It is a prequel. It is a prequel to the trilogy now.
To the trilogy, okay.
So we'll have to see. It does look really cool, though.
It's like when they're starting it up, right? Like,
yeah,
that's what it looks like to me. So where they start the Kingsman faction or organization or whatever. So that'd be kind of cool.
It looks great, man. I mean, like, I'm disappointed not to see my boy Eggsy, but it'll still be really cool.
He wasn't born yet. So
it'd be cooler if we were seeing the other guy when he started out. That'd be pretty
cool. Yeah, that would be cool too.
Yeah,
that'd be super cool. And James Bond is like killing it right now.
I
think that movie's probably grossed the most, I think, so far this year.
I don't know. It might be Ghostbusters. Let's check it out.
Yeah, well, I feel like James Bond has had more time on Ghostbusters. So I don't know how close they are to each other, but until Spider-Man comes out, Spider-Man is just gonna crush them. Spider-Man's gonna come out on like that Wednesday night, and they're gonna get 4 to 5 days in, and they're gonna make like at least $500 million in that first weekend.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I think James Bond just passed 400 million.
Yeah, 400 million.
Okay. What Ghostbusters get?
The first Friday that made 9.8.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it passes was it 750? Yeah, it passes 750.
Ghostbusters?
I think so. Ghostbusters Afterlife. 24 million. Hold up. 24 million.
That's it.
It's probably just the States.
You got it to opening weekend.
All right, let's do opening weekend and see.
Ghostbusters opening weekend. They had to do more than 24. They did 9 on that Friday.
Yeah, so opening weekend for No Time to Die was 600 million.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn,
so,
really? 600 mil that opening weekend?
That's what it says. No Time to Die worldwide.
Oh, worldwide. Okay.
Yeah,
so they're going
600 mil.
Shoo.
That's what it says.
Shoo.
That's crazy. All right, so let's check out Ghostbusters.
This is his last James Bond movie too, man. He ain't gonna do another one.
Is it? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna switch up the Bond.
All right. It says opening weekend, but looks like it's just the States. Ghostbusters made 44 million.
44 in just the States. I wonder if it even opened up in China, because I know China's like not doing a lot of things.
A lot of things.
So.
Yeah, they're not. But Ghostbusters is really cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I just haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna knock out Spider-Man first for the back to the movies thing, and then we'll see if I go see Ghostbusters or just wait till stream. If it's gonna be on in like January, I might as well wait. I think the Eternals are gonna be on in January.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started with that. Don't even get me started with the Eternals. All right, man. That is. That's just too much for me. That's too much. I mean, I'm gonna see it, but you know how I feel about the Marvel Legends with that shit.
Well, you know what? And everybody that I've seen that gave an honest opinion about it, besides the people that were like, it was just shit terrible. that it should have been a Disney Plus show, and it would have been fine.
Yeah. Yep. It
Um,
would have been fine.
and it would have been fine, and then they could have expanded on it, on all the characters and stuff like that, and that's literally what everybody says they should have did. So,
Yeah.
which, hey, they're cranking out all these Disney Plus shows, dude. They're not going to stop. They're going to keep hitting that griddle, bro.
That's right. We're gonna get some oddball shows soon.
They're gonna do like a Tick show or something. Like,
like we're gonna get Howard the Duck. That's what they're gonna
get
do.
Howard. Oh yeah, you think they're gonna do a cartoon? Keep them cartoon, and do Seth Green to voice.
It's the best way to do it. If they do it live action, it's just too hokey.
It's just too hokey.
I mean, they could do him like a rocket, but I don't know.
It's gonna be Howard the Duck and the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, maybe
they're gonna make him an official guardian.
That'd be cool. That'd be pretty neat. But I don't know, man. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Who would have thought year 2021 going into 2022 be talking about Howard the Duck?
Howard the Duck is crazy. Yeah, man. It's such a bomb of a movie, but it's a cult classic, bro.
Listen, man, I remember watching that movie when I was young too. So I didn't get any of the jokes.
Sure.
Like
you gotta watch it now. You gotta watch it now.
I've watched it not that long ago. Like her pulling out like his little condom and stuff like that was in his wallet, and she was like all about him and sleeping with him and stuff. And that movie's crazy, bro.
It's nuts, man.
Hey, the 80s were a crazy time.
Yeah, it was, man.
So, all right, man. Well, I think that is our list today. There wasn't that much stuff this week besides like the headliner stuff, nothing really, Pete Davidson didn't break up with Kim yet,
No, he didn't break up with her yet.
No, not yet. I'm waiting for it. So nothing's really going on. You had a bunch of the court cases last week and everything. I feel like went the way that it was supposed to. See, and now the crazy part is you got the I don't know how to say her name, the Maxwell lady. Her trial's going on right now, and I haven't seen any of it yet. I want to see that one because she knows a lot of things.
Yeah, she does.
And I want to hear what she knows. So it's just crazy because the other trials were like on every page, and they're like, watch it. And then this one's like, yeah, we're not going to film this one.
We're not going to film this one. It's private.
There's just too many involved, man, so.
It's private. But one thing that we didn't talk about that was kind of funny, that's been on TikTok a lot. It's so The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, a couple years ago, he wrote a song. It's called It's About Drive, It's About Power. If you haven't heard it yet, please listen to it.
Good.
It's about drive. It's about power. It's hilarious. Okay. He made like a little rap, and it's pretty funny.
All right.
And it's been taken over TikTok, and people are just like mimicking it and doing all types of stuff. So one that I saw that was pretty funny was like some girl, like a young girl, was saying grace, and she's holding her family's hands and just closing her eyes. And they're like, okay, go ahead, say grace. And she's like, it's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour. It's hilarious. But new little TikTok trend going on. Pretty funny. They're going to run it into the ground, and The Rock is just laughing to the bank because he's getting all those hits.
Oh, yeah. Laughing to the bank, man. just like I know we talked about your Island Boys a couple weeks ago.
Oh, my God. Don't even we started with them.
There's something that happened this week that's entertainment or whatever. So these guys went and did a show at a club, and it's funny because when I talked to you about it the other day, you had made a comment afterwards, and I'll talk about it here anyway. So they go to the club. They say that they performed their song twice. They did it 2 times in a row. Okay?
Who does that?
Who knows? They did it the first time with the music. Apparently they have a music video, or at least music to that song on YouTube that has like some kind of remix. I'm sure somebody cool made it for him, and then they did it a cappella. And so obviously everybody recorded it a cappella, and, they were all booing them and stuff like that. Now you only seen like 20-30 seconds of like the actual show, so you have no idea. These people could have been like screaming fans the entire time in the part that we've seen that they're booing. But they did a follow-up interview on that. And they're like, yeah, we heard, you got booed off stage. And he was like, listen, man, he's like, not only did I get paid to do that gig, he's like, all you guys are talking about it. Thank you. And it was just like, and they even said, he's like, all press is good press. So like anytime any happens and people are tagging people and this, that, and third, like, they get the clout, man. They get the clout, and then people want to throw money at them because it's all advertising dollars, because they get the views. And it's just like, we are feeding the bottom 10% of our society and giving them, a platform to just be crazy, dude. Hey, but good for him, man.
Yeah.
I ain't hating on nobody making money, man.
Sure. Speaking of not hating on people making money, okay.
I wish I could come up with something that's like, so like dumb that people just pay me for it, dude. It's crazy. I need to.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just got to be, semi-famous.
I need like a bunch of tattoos on my face.
Yeah, there you go. Well, they got filters for that, but yeah, no. So last week we were talking about Pete Davidson's new show, the Freak Brothers. So I checked it out.
Cool.
And it's just okay. It's free on Tubi. It's free on Tubi. I had high hopes.
How many Kim K's do you give it?
How many Kim K's ass cheeks do I give it? I'll give it like a 2.
Like maybe a 2. 2 out of 10. Ooh, not that good, huh?
Maybe a 2.5. I mean, like there was parts that I chuckled a little bit, but
just not that good,
I mean,
huh?
Like, I don't know. There's been so many stoner cartoons over the years that like you can't really do anything new. Yeah. And they try to do something new, and it was just okay. Sorry, guys.
Damn, that sucks because he's on this hype right now. If it was like really good, it would like be awesome for him.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, like they're coming out with episodes like each week. So there's only been 3. So I'll watch another one. I'll check it out. I'll be true. I'll stay all the way to the end, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll change my mind.
Maybe I'll change my mind.
I don't know.
We'll see.
But yeah, that's on Tubi. So check that out.
Tubi. Well, cool, man. Yeah, I thought we had a pretty good list today. Obviously, we're gonna start tomorrow to get a new list for next week. Next Sunday at 10, we will be live again on Twitch.
That's right.
You guys have a good week. December's crazy. Stay safe. Obviously everybody's gonna be Christmas shopping and Amazoning over the next couple weeks. I'm an Amazoner. I just get it shipped to my house. I don't like to venture out too much. I went to Walmart
this year. I'm just giving everybody Chucky dolls this year.
There you go. I went to Walmart the other day, and like I almost ran out the door the second I went in there. And it was, I can't deal. But everybody stay safe. Have a good week, and we'll see you next Sunday.
See you next Sunday.
Take it easy, guys.
Peace.